Hey guys, welcome to a new video. As you can see, I'm not back on the bank. I'm currently sat in the editing suite, aka my spare room. Now the channel's been a little bit quiet lately. There hasn't been a great deal of content going up, and I do apologise for that. We do want to keep the content going up for you. The whole point of this channel was obviously to inspire you guys to get out fishing, give you ideas, and just give you something to watch, you know, when you haven't got time to get out yourselves. Now the reason we haven't been able to put up any content is we've been doing a lot of short session fishing, 2 or 3 hours here and there on local venues, and also sort of some overnighters up in the water park around South Surney on a South Surney Angling Club ticket. We did a bit of fishing on there last year, we really enjoyed it, and so we wanted to get back this year and give it another go, which is what we've been doing. Now the style of fishing up around there, it does suit very well for the overnighter style. Due to the weather, it's been quite hot as well. The bite periods tend to be sort of late evening through the night and in the morning. So that's what we've been doing. That's why there's not been a lot of content going up. There will be session videos coming up shortly, so just keep your eyes peeled for them. We'll still be putting up that sort of stuff as often as we do it. But until then, sit back, check out this bit of footage. This is what we've been up to. So you joined me after quite a night at hand pull. This is my first trip back of the year. I've put 2 rods at the base of the shaft after seeing fish in the area last night. Both on solid bags, injected with some liquid attractors. The weather's starting to warm up today, so I'm thinking it's probably going to be zig weather. So unfortunately, fish didn't seem that interested on ham, so I packed up and made my way back home. But on the way back I decided to stop off at a local venue to see if I could get a fish or two for the cameras. Just popped up a windmill on the way back from South Surney. Just dropped in and do a bit of stalking. I've only got about an hour or two. Just come up on the Specimen Lake and got a lovely little scaly fish. Just on a bit of bread off the top. Might make double. Nice fish though. Anyway, we're going to get him back so he's a bit angry. Ghosty like common. Nice. Fish number 2. Right, fish number 3, again off the top, bit of bread. Chunky little mirror. It's probably actually 8 or 9 pound now. He's a real chunky fish. Good at it. Solid, I think that. He's set to put a bit of weight on if he gets a bit of food. Yeah, fish number 3, probably been there about an hour now I reckon. Just sort of walking around, doing a bit of stalking. I know there's fish into the 20 pound mark in here, so I'm hoping to try and see one of them and drop a bit of bread in front of it, but I haven't seen anything yet, so... nice fish anyway, nice healthy fish, and they fight really hard. So it is good fun for a few hours fishing. Tactics wise, I'm using 10 pound diver sensor straight through. That's going through to a size 10. One of the new Nash floater claws, brilliant hooks, seriously sharp, and you get a really good hook hold with these. Rod is a 6-foot scope sawn off, Nash scope. One of the little 6-foot sawn offs in £3. Brilliant for this sort of fishing, just walking around. I call it heron stalking, where you're basically just sort of dropping bread on fish you can see in close, and holding a line off the water, and as they come in they just nail it. And that's about it really, nice and simple. All I've got is then a loaf of bread, a net, and the unhooking mat, and that is literally all you need. I've got a pack of the floater claws just in my pocket in case I need to change the hook, and that is all you need, and you can quite literally spend an afternoon doing this sort of thing and catch really good fish. Anyway, I've got to get going now. I'm going out with the missus for a bit of food and a couple of drinks with a friend. So I'll be honest, I'm running a little bit late as it is, but luckily I'm only about 10 minutes away from home. Another quiet night then, this time on Franklin's. The swim was alive with activity and fish rolling when I walked around. Due to this, I flicked out a couple of singles to keep the disturbance down to a minimum. I was expecting a bite. That's just how it goes sometimes, I guess. I did get to do the pics for a subscriber in the next swim to me, so it's not all that bad. Right, just a bit of an update for you then. So, I'm on the second session of this season up on South Cerney Angling Club. Well, second session on Franklin's. I've actually done a night on Ham Pool as well, so I suppose I'm 3 sessions in. Another overnighter this time round, turned up quite late. Last night it was just after midnight. Spent about an hour, maybe an hour and a half, listening for signs of fish, obviously not looking because couldn't really see anything, but had my ears open and walked around a bit trying to hear for any signs. Fortunately I didn't hear anything, and I pretty much just dropped into a swim, which I know has had reasonable form the past week. I actually photographed a fish just under £31 for a guy that was in here a few days ago on my previous session. Yeah, I'm in the left side of the island. This is on the Farrier's bank, so Farrier's is behind the fence behind me, and I've literally just flicked out a couple of chods. I've got most of today. I've got to go into work tonight, so I need to try and make the most of the day that I've got really. But if nothing happens, we'll be back down soon. I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time up here, I think, doing overnighters and finish off my drink and go for a little walk, see what I can find. Sadly, the lake became busy as the day went on. I spent my time scanning the water and drinking tea, as you do. I didn't see anything to go on, so because of that, come late afternoon, I've made a choice to pack down and head back home to get on with some jobs. I did, however, squeeze in enough time to make another stop off. How about that then? 2 double figure mirrors on the 6-foot sawn offs on floater tactics, both one after the other, after getting them going. This one's a little bit bigger than that one, it's got a bit of a belly on him. They're both probably low doubles after a few hours fishing. Anyway, let's get them back. Right, morning then. So we're back up in Cerney, back on Wick. Just done a night, got here late last night again. We turned up on dark. Hugh's actually here. It's Hugh's first session of the year. He's doing a bit of carpy camera work over there. There's possibly the odd fish sort of at the top end, but there's a couple of guys up there. Most of the lake was stitched up. To be fair, we were quite surprised. It was a Sunday night and we were really surprised how busy it was. We decided the whole car park bank, other than one guy at the top end in the corner, there's a guy sort of at that top end, there was no one in the car park, and as we got here so late, we thought it was quite easy just to drop in and fish this area. Obviously there was no lines out here, no one was down this end, so to be honest we found it was probably the better option because we hadn't seen anything anyway. So we literally dropped in here, had a quick lead around. I found quite a nice hard spot out in the direction of the island, about 3/4 of the way out to the island, and I put one rod out there, put about 20 baits around it, and then just the left rod fishing on a solid bag. Nothing happened in the night, but this morning, since getting up, had a coffee and that, and then we were just sort of having a chat, and my left hand rod's pulled up tight, and I don't know what's happened, but I pulled into it and nothing's there. I don't know whether the bird had picked me up, or it's a really big liner, or I've just been done. But anyway, I put that rod back out. That was on a solid bag. I've put it back out, and there's been a lot of fizzing going on. There's definitely a few fish down there, I think. There's been some fizzing going on. I mean, it could potentially be tench. But I don't know. It's not looking too bad though. Hugh's redoing his rods this morning just to get them out a bit better. I think he's done a couple of fresh bags, so I think we're staying here, see how we get on, and then probably look at going mobile, moving around and trying to find some fish, do a bit of stalking, maybe get them going on the top, that sort of thing. But as and when, we will keep you updated, and hopefully we can get one. There he is. What's he got? There's the breakfast area.
Yes,
get in. There's the seat, table. So we packed up earlier this morning after having breakfast. There've been a couple of fish fizzing out in front of us, but that sort of died to death. So we wanted to sort of have a little look around, see if we could find any opportunities. So we had a good walk around, packed up, put the stuff in the car, had a good walk around. Saw a couple of fish, but only sort of a few fish, sort of fast moving, not really in any particular areas, nothing sort of feeding as such. So we come back around here, sort of debated what to do, and we saw a couple of fish out sort of in the upper layers cruising around. So we buzzed a couple of zigs out, literally in the same swim we packed up from. Ended up getting the rods back out, putting some zigs out, different tactic. It's really warmed up, so hopefully somewhat was going to happen. I ended up getting a geese pick up my left hand rod, completely wiped it out. I just got it out, it then wiped that rod out, so I was pretty annoyed, I'm not going to lie. Sort of slung it in the bush. I was just finishing off doing the other one, so I quickly got that one done, flicked that one out, sunk the line, put it in the rest, went back to the car, and then I had a bit of an indication. I thought, hang on a minute, that bird better not be back. Turned it around, had a drop back. I was like, bloody hell, I'm in. Picked the rod up, wound into it. It sort of bumped a little bit and then just went solid in the weed. Sort of wound into it, and nothing was really happening, and then it just went slack. Brought it in, and as I was bringing it in, there was quite a bit of tension there. I was thinking, what's going on? Maybe it's got a load of weed on it, and it picked up the line basically that I broke off, which the geese had picked up. So at least I managed to retrieve that. So it's really not going well. I've now got two rods out where I had the fish pick up the zig. I've put two out in the same area. One on black, which is what I had the bite on. I've got one on yellow and black. So we'll see what happens. We're going to leave them out for a bit, move them around the swim. Hugh's doing the same next to me. Hopefully we can pick one up, and then we're going to reassess in a couple of hours. But I'm going to crack a beer open, chill out for a bit, and enjoy the weather. So after an afternoon of feeding the birds and drinking beer, we moved swims again into an area that we'd seen fish showing that evening. We both put out a bit of bait over a couple of spots and got our heads down for the night. Once again, a quiet night for me. I was up early, packing down as I had to shoot off to work. Hugh had a slightly better night than me. As I went down to see him, he looked a little bit happier. He'd managed 2 bites. Sadly though, both of the fish had dropped off, so it wasn't quite all as it seemed. That's fishing, I guess. Right, that's it for update 1 then. Hope you enjoyed it. It's a bit of a new thing for the channel, so it'd be good to get a bit of feedback from any of you guys watching this as to what you think. So just leave us a comment below and let us know what you think about it. we do appreciate any sort of feedback from you guys. Obviously we put it out there for you lot to all watch, so it'd be good to know what you think. If you do like it though, give it a thumbs up, remember to do that, and subscribe to the channel if you're a new viewer watching this. And until next time, get out in the bank and have a few yourself, and we'll see you again soon.